All right, today getting a video done of one of my favorite properties in Athens. This is Whitehall Mill Lofts. We're sitting right here at the entrance of what is called Whitehall Mill Lofts. This property, special place in my heart. It was one of the first properties I did a lot of work on, getting started in real estate back in 2004. It is sitting right on the North Oconee River, right on the shoals. And what it is actually an old textile mill that the Atlanta Loft Company redid into livable loft spaces around 2002 or so, early 2000s. And then in 2003, 4, and 5, they went from an apartment to a condo conversion. Totaling, I think, in somewhere around 50-something units, maybe 57 if I remember correctly. And you got two tiers. You've got the tier we're about to go take a look at, which is down on the river. Then you got an upper tier. A lot of these are 1-bedroom, 1-baths on the river with the occasional 2-bedroom, 2-bath. And they're kind of put together like a jigsaw, really, where you have an entrance downstairs, living space down, and then you go upstairs to your bedroom. And then vice versa, you might have upstairs entrance with living space upstairs, and then you go down to your bedroom. As you can see down here to the right, this is the North Oconee River. Unfortunately, today, we've had a lot of rain in the area, so it's not very clear water. The Oconee typically is a little muddy, but it can be more clear than that. And I spent a lot of time down here around 2004, 2005 on this property and got to understand a good bit about it. It was so unique in how it was done. And parts of this mill actually date back to the 1830s. So this was a textile mill that made textiles, and at the end I believe they made children's clothes. You'll get a little better look of the actual building as we come back the other way. But right now what you're getting is a look of the river as we approach the end of the complex on the lower side. So this has this historic designation. So the original developers that bought it and transformed it put it into historic designation, and there were some tax benefits to the developer, I'm sure. And but now it's basically run by the condo association. You have 1-bedroom, 1-baths that might get close to 200,000, and then you have some larger units that could trade. I believe there's even a unit for sale now that is asking well over $300,000. So you've got some diverse size in the units, but what is so unique about these is there's just nothing like them. You can't repeat them. It is a historic property sitting right here on the shoals of the Oconee River. I'm going to roll down the window and see if you can actually hear. Hopefully you can hear that, because that's what it sounds like. That rushing water is the sound of the Whitehall Mill Lofts. Now, as we come this way, you might get a chance to see up the hill towards some other parts of it. And as we end the video, you're going to be able to see a lot more of the buildings. So this is basically the river walk down here as you pull up. So come around. You can get a glance at the units that are located up top. Those are all loft units, and then one's actually a pavilion area for the HOA. And you can see these old windows. Here's the end unit, number 34. This one is great. It was all those windows are top and bottom of that unit, and they actually have access to that big back deck out there. Now, as we're coming back the road we just came, you're going to be able to get a much better shot of what these condos look like. So you can see it's still got kind of a industrial look purposely, with the metal on the stairs and the gates and the keeping of the windows. Again, Atlanta Loft Company did a lot of these in the Atlanta area. They did some in Columbus, I know of, and they did this project here in Athens, Whitehall Mill Lofts. See, some of these units have courtyards that are located on the ground floor, where some units might take stairs up to a deck. So you see some single professionals, retirees. A couple of these are rental, but they have a rule in the HOA that only a certain percentage can be rented out. Look at the great deck of that unit. Very artistic. It's just such a great example of what's unique about Athens, that we have properties like this and can offer this here in town. And I really can't compare it to anything else that I know of in the area. We've got some lofts in downtown Athens, but nothing was really done with this attention to detail and did this great of a job keeping intact the original structure. And again, they're located between South Village and College Station on what is called Whitehall Road, eventually becomes Simonton Bridge. So if you have any interest in the Whitehall Mill Lofts, look us up, 5 Market Realty, 5mrealty.com, or you can download our app, Google Play Store, or the iTunes or Apple Store, 5 Market Realty.